All right, hey everybody, it's DJ Big 604 from Q-Town Productions. If you want to know if the DDJ 1000SRT Pioneer controller is still worth it in 2022, make sure you watch this whole video to the very end because I'm going to go over everything I like about this controller and everything I don't like about this controller, and if you should still consider buying it in 2022, even though it's been out since I believe 2018 or so. But basically, yeah, this is the beast of a controller, the DDJ 1000 SRT by Pioneer. Now, some things I really like about this controller is especially the platter here, all right? Now, the platters on this thing are very, very similar to a real CDJ here. Got the tension attenuator right there. And this is probably the closest you're gonna get to a CDJ platter on a controller this size, especially what's offered with Pioneer right now, or currently on the market. Phenomenal controller. I really, really liked it. That's why I've had it since basically it's came out, and it's been my go-to rig. I'm used to more of a rain setup. I always prefer rain mixers, but actually this mag level fader on this controller is awesome. It's really, really good. I've actually grown to like it a lot. Right? Some stuff I don't like about the controller, obviously the looping section area here, right? It's pretty annoying. Standard, it comes with the 4-beat loop, and then you have to hit shift in order to kind of change the loop range, which is annoying, right? There's a way you can MIDI map that obviously in the Serato software, but there's still some issues with it. Not a big fan of that. I wish out of the box this thing would just be exactly like a CDJ Nexus setup, right? That would be phenomenal. Hopefully in the future they can do that on the next upgrade. Also, I was hoping that maybe they could have had a screen on this thing, right? Something going on, but they do have that different RX version controller, but a different or higher resolution screen on here would be awesome. But in terms of the size, it's really, really good. No complaints about the size at all. Even at high levels, like the distortion is still pretty good. It handles distortion fairly well. It's 4 decks. Can't really go wrong, right? You got the Pioneer effects, onboard effects here. It's been just great. Another thing I don't really like about it was out here, if you look at the booth section, right here. Not a big fan of booth out quarter inch. I really wish they had XLR outputs for booth out, which would have been awesome, right? That's why I really like the Denon MCX 8000 controller I had. It was really good. It also had screens on it, which is also a really good 4-channel mixer and controller. It also takes USBs, which I also wish that this controller took. If this thing took USBs, that would be phenomenal. All right. So I hope that you can maybe add USBs in the future as an option. So as a DJ, any backups only gonna save you during a gig, right? Yeah, it's good here. You got RCA masters out, master out XLR. You got your 4 channels here, RCA line phono inputs on channel 3 and 4. You got the 2 USBs, which is a great feature, obviously, to have 2 USBs. 2 DJs can DJ simultaneously, which is awesome. Here we go, 2 mics, which is great, right? What can I say? It's always great to have more mics. I just wish that they had 2 XLR inputs, but it's not the end of the world, right? Power button there. Power for the power adapter input there. Right? It's phenomenal controller. I mean, for the price and size, you can't really go wrong, right? I'm just being nitpicky with some of the stuff that I don't like, but I mean, overall, phenomenal controller, right? Even if you're a beginner, I would probably just get this thing because I think it's going to be a really good controller for a long time. And it's really hard to get right now still, right? I guess they're producing very limited supply. Something's going on because a lot of people keep wanting to buy mine for pretty much exactly what I paid for it. And I've had it since it came out. I already knew the controller was going to be phenomenal, right? Way back when they announced it on NAMM. So I ordered it as fast as I could. And it's still going. Didn't have one issue, okay? I've used this thing like crazy. Reliability-wise, phenomenal. Can't be excited about that enough. It's just too good. I had not one issue. Most of the issues I've had have only been software based, all right? So having to do with Serato Nothing to do with this thing, right? It's more of a software issue. Hardware wise, yeah, not one issue. This is probably one of my longest lasting controllers I've had, like in terms of how many gigs I've done with it, and just events. Quick setup, powers on pretty easy. What else can I say? I mean, in the same range, price range, you're looking at the Rain 1 with the motorized platters going on, or you're looking at Pioneer Rev 7, right? Which is around the same price range, but those are also 2 channels, right? Depending on what kind of DJ you're doing, what kind of DJing you're doing. If you're doing weddings and this and that, which, you know, I love to do, or if you're DJing in a club, you probably want 4 channels. But if you're not using 4 channels, not the biggest deal, but it's always good to have more, right? Better to have more than less. So that's why I like the 4 channels. But can you get away with 2 channels? Definitely, definitely. And a lot of people do. But I always like just having more channels. So that's what's good about this setup. And that's why I don't really upgrade to the other controllers, like the Rain 1 or the Pioneer Rev 7, right? I still like 4 channels. And then I also have another rig as well, DDJ 1000 set up with the Rain 72 mixer, which I really, really like. It's just a little bit bulky than I'd like, but that's why I carry this thing, because it's so compact, right? And yeah, basically phenomenal controller. Still highly recommend it in 2022. Build quality is legit, right? Just ordered a new skin for this thing. It's going to be all chromed out from 12-inch skins. And yeah, what else can I say about this thing? I don't know, Christmas is coming up near, so, you know, if you guys are looking for some kind of DJ controller to buy your significant other or something, this is definitely the one. I mean, there's a lot of good controllers out there. If you don't have that kind of budget for a DJ controller of this price range and you're looking for something cheaper, there are some other alternatives. Like this one, I believe, is still, I'm in Canada, so you're looking at about somewhere around $18.99 brand new plus taxes. That's Canadian dollars. And a good option if you don't have a budget for something like that, that I give a good runner-up option to, is the Pioneer Rev 1 controller. Now, it's a pretty good controller for the size. I keep debating on buying it. If you guys want me to do a review on that, drop it in the comments, because I'm debating on buying it and doing a review on it, because it seems like a really awesome 2-channel little controller. It's not a standalone mixer, and I've heard you can't put like an aux like RCA mini jack in, right, into that thing. It's just basically a straight up controller, but it has a mic input. Super small. Definitely look into that if you're looking for something a little more budget friendly, right? Yeah, other than that, I mean, had no issues with this thing at all. Looking at building a custom case here in the near future. Obviously, guys, I say it all the time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, we'll be doing another review for the Synergy array system, but this time I'm going to be doing a review for the mini version. All right, since a lot of people actually was surprised, a lot of people really liked that last video, so I'm going to be doing another one for you guys real soon here. And yeah, if there's any other videos you guys want to see on any certain gear, might be doing another review on the Sennheiser wireless system as well. So stay tuned for that. Q-Town Productions on Instagram and all other social media. DJ BIG 604 signing out. Catch you guys on the next one.